So I'm Mary, and I'm going to be teaching you about concept attainment. So it's one of the many different methods that you can use in your classroom to help students understand different concepts. So the instructional objective is, after using examples of concept attainment, the pre-service teacher should be able to classify 2 examples and 2 non-examples, along with the definition of concept attainment. And the essential question is, how does concept attainment allow students to pick up on content? So one way this concept could be viewed is as a game. So you just have to think of it as we're going to be playing a super fun game. So there will be a chart like this, and this is positive for examples, and this is negative for non-examples. So throughout the game, you're trying to think of the pattern, like what the groups have in common. So this is a yes, so this is an example. This is a no, it's a non-example. So this is a yes, it's an example. This is a no, it's a non-example. This is a yes, it's an example. And this is a no, it's a non-example. Okay, so we're going to do an activity to help you get the part of the concept, so it's going to be a quick write. So it's asking you to notice, to try to think of like what you notice between the groups of the positives and the examples, and then the negatives. So we're going to give you like 30 seconds just to write down your thoughts on like what you notice between the groups. So we're just going to go around and everybody's going to say like one thing that they wrote down. And then while we're going around, try to think of what your peers are saying and see if it fits what rule you think it is. Okay, so we'll just start with Lindsay.
So I have, they have tails in the first one. I had that they all have 4 legs.
And what did you?
Yeah, I said they all have 4 legs.
Yeah, so the rule was that they all had 4 legs. So like a dolphin doesn't have any, the butterfly has 6 legs, and then the flamingo only has 2, and then jaguar, elephant, and dog, they have 4. So this was using the concept attainment method. So the different parts, you can think back to how I did this, was I thought of a concept, and then I listed 3 examples and then 3 non-examples, while allowing the students to think over different ideas to see if they felt like what they fit the rule was. And then as I continued to put up examples and non-examples, they could continue to change the rule. And then the longer version that we didn't get to was then you continue to put up non-examples and examples as you continue to think about it. So then you can see if it fits. So we're going to do another example, and then you can see the different steps play out again. So again, this is going to be the example and the non-example side. So you're trying to think of the pattern. This is as light as a feather. That's an example. The raindrops were bullets is a non-example. He is as strong as an ox is an example. Time is money is a non-example. As hard as nails is an example. That point guard must have been 10 feet tall is a non-example. So we're going to do a quick thumb thermometer. Thumbs up if you think you understand concept attainment. Thumbs in the middle if you are a little confused, and thumbs down if you're completely confused. Okay. So there's many different advantages to using concept attainment. It helps students make connections between what they already know and what they'll be learning. They can learn how to examine a concept from a number of perspectives. They can learn how to sort out relevant information. It extends their knowledge of a concept by classifying more than one example of that concept. Students go beyond just merely associating a key term with a definition, and the concept is learned more thoroughly and retention is improved. So as we went through this, you had to keep thinking about it, like something wasn't just given to you and you're like, oh, I understand it. Like you had to think through the full process. Okay, so then we're going to do a final example. So this is an example and non-example. So this is an example. This is a non-example. This is an example. This is a non-example. This is an example. This is a non-example. So I'll give you some time to think about what you see between the different groups. And we're going to quickly go back to this one just to go over it. Did anybody think they noticed a pattern?
The positives were similes and the negatives were metaphors.
So these are similes as they compared two things, and then these were metaphors or just different things that weren't similes. So like that would have helped students pick up like what a simile is by giving them examples and non-examples. So it just got like the thought process going. Okay. So now we're going to go back over our essential question on how concept attainment allows students to pick up on content. Does anybody have any ideas?
Like they have to use like their critical thinking skills, and it's not just given to them. They have to understand why. They have to understand the why question of it.
Do you have anything?
It forces them to like pay attention and follow along, otherwise they won't be able to like grasp it.
Basically along with what they said. Like the students could be like what you were doing between examples and non-examples, like they just need to understand the differences.
Okay, so just to go over the steps again, was so we thought of a concept. So here it was animals with 4 legs, and then here it was similes. Then we had examples. So there was animals with 4 legs, and then animals with different amounts of legs. And then here it was similes and things that weren't similes. Then we presented the examples, so I held each card up and said yes, or held a card up and said no, and then put it under the category. Then as I was going through that, you guys do the quick write, or as a second one, just as we were going along, you were thinking about it. So that was helping you guys think of some type of definition for it. And then, like if we had more time, there would have been different examples too, so you could continue to test it. And then at the end, you would have come up with a different product. So like you would have given your own thing with examples and non-examples, or you would have done something else just to show that you completely understood the concept. So now we're going to go into our summative assessment.